It's Crystal. It's Caleb's sister.
Thank you. First, I'm going to read something from his brother-in-law, Andrew. Although I walk through the valley amongst all shadows, I do not fear them. You are with me every step of the way. My light shines upon them because your light is within me. Your rod and your staff bring me comfort along my journey. Your spirit quenches my thirst to know you deeper. Although I face many trials in this game of life, I honor them. These trials bring me closer to my path, my purpose, my growth. Do not be afraid. The same spirit that lived in Yeshua lives in you. The same spirit that calls us deeper. The love that transcends all evil. Thank you for always holding my hand and walking beside me. Brother, we did not speak much toward the end. You had so much love for your family and friends. Not enough was given back to you in the end. Brother, we have been through a lot. Brother, your love was enough. I know you can see now the tremendous love I have for you. I am grateful for all of our deep conversations and the openness that you held. I am grateful for the long nights and friendship that we meld. Brother, oh, where do I begin? Brother, the heaviness has come to an end. I am grateful for your competitiveness to grow. I am grateful for the lessons that I now know. Brother, you felt when it was wrong and you felt when it was right. Brother, I will always see you in the stars at night. Brother, I love you with all my might. Joseph Caleb Bacon, you little rascal. You were so competitive. Of course, you had to be the first to transition over. If you were here, I'd say you cheated. We get a redo because it's not fair. Because it's not fair. This life we get to keep on living without your physical presence with us. To no longer have that one day we will do all the things and share all the memories and lessons from all the madness we lived through and how we got through it even in times we didn't think we would. But we did it. Except we didn't. And now we get to share your story and your stories and your love and your light and your legacy. Caleb was one of the most deeply loving, warm, and tender-hearted souls I've ever known. He didn't always let that side be seen, but it was there in everything he did. He was loyal, funny, caring, wise. He was stubborn in the best ways, and sometimes not the best. Determined and focused, and always working towards something greater. I looked up to him, my little brother. The way he set goals and worked tirelessly to meet them. The way he showed up with his whole heart. How intelligent he was. He was a rock for so many people. Steady, strong, and present. He was an example of steadfastness and diligence. Always questioning and weighing every angle. Everything he poured himself into, he gave his all until he couldn't anymore. He had a gift for holding space, for listening when you needed it, for comforting you with his bear hugs, and making you laugh when things felt too heavy or awkward and you weren't sure what to say. Sometimes intentionally making things awkward, just to get a laugh or lighten the mood. There were so many times in my life when he was there for me in ways no one else knew how to be. And I will never forget that, and the impact he had on my life and the love that we had for each other, even if it wasn't always spoken. Caleb held so much, not just for himself, but for others too. I just wish I could hold him right now and let him know that he was safe to be any way he needed to be, without any judgment or shame or blame or criticism. that all of his feelings were valid even if he didn't understand them or the circumstances he was in, whether I knew what that was or not. I tell him how proud I am of him and the legacy he is building and leaving now. How good he was doing even though it may not have seemed like it in those last moments, because God still had a plan and was orchestrating in ways that we could not see, and that he didn't have to carry it all alone. That the I that I am is always here, to tell him and everyone here that God still has a plan and purpose, even if we can't see or understand what that might be in these moments of deep grief and sorrow. Oftentimes we get to walk through the darkness first, to realize the light we are searching for is within us, illuminating only one step at a time. And when we find God within and continue to trust the path he has us on, we'll always make it to the other side, where we get to experience greater love, joy, freedom, and forgiveness. The light at the end of the tunnel is found first within, to illuminate our path to the end. To realize this, we must first view ourselves the way God does, from his perspective, because God has already forgiven us and loves us deeper than we can fathom. The journey is learning that that is how he desires us to view ourselves, infinitely worthy, innocent, and pure children of God. Not to be egoic and boastful, but to forgive and love ourselves the way that he already does, because God knows already how many days we have and what trials we will face, and he still chooses love and to be love, to, for, and within us. This is what I would have told Caleb. And now we get to carry this knowing with us and make the decision every day to choose love in spite of all the pain and hurt, distortion, and corruption in the world. To lean not on our own understanding, but on the knowing in our soul that despite it all, love prevails and the light always wins. This is what I will carry with me in memory of my sweet baby brother, the memory of his desire to work diligently and care deeply for others, even if he was stubborn and didn't like or know how to share or show the feelings he was deeply feeling, and to not take everything so seriously. I love you so hard, Caleb. You were never meant to hold it all. I wish that I could have shown you the love that you are. Thank you for the time and memories you gifted us with. You gave your life so that darkness may be brought to light, and others may learn that they are never alone in the challenges they face. Next, I have just a heart-opening invitation. Although my heart, like yours, is breaking, I invite us to not resist the breaking, but to feel it. To allow ourselves and our hearts to break open. Open to love and forgiveness. Open to grace. Open to deeper understanding and presence with ourselves, one another, and God within and around us. Let this not only be a moment of mourning, but a catalyst for healing. A moment that softens us, stretches us, and asks us to live with more compassion for ourselves and the people around us. When life feels too heavy to bear, may we remember to pause, to feel the breath of God moving through our lungs and our bodies, reminding us that we are not alone, reminding us that no mountain is too high and no valley is too deep or wide that could ever separate us from the love of God, that no matter where we are, so too is God, by our side, within us, and around us. That when we are walking through life's valleys and we can't see the light, to be reminded to drop from our minds and into our heart, to feel the light and presence of God within us, guiding our path and showing others the way back to love, the way back to remembering that love is the whole purpose, to love and to be loved the way God loves us, even in the hardest moments, in the darkest times. I invite us all to remember that we are worthy of love. We are not what we carry, and we don't have to carry it all alone. Let this breaking open be a reminder to check in on one another, to show up with loving kindness, to speak what's hard, to soften, to love deeper, and to forgive more freely, to hold space for each other with grace and honesty and without judgment or blame. Let us honor Caleb's life by living with more presence, more connection, and more courage, to feel it all with the knowing that every feeling and emotion is valid, and they'll come and go as the tide rises and falls, and we are never alone. May you be eternally held in the arms of the divine. I love you beyond words or measure, baby brother, in every dimension, space, and time. And so it is.
Thank you, Crystal.